Hi everyone, Tim Cook here from Apple. Something we use in our lives every single day is our iPhone. And these phones have gotten so revolutionary that we decided to take the chip from the iPhone and put it in the brand new MacBook Neo. This is a fantastic addition to the Apple lineup, and it's coming in at just $599. What incredible value. And we brought in our experts, Matt and Jackson from the Toasty Bros, to tell you all about this amazing laptop, after a word from today's sponsor.
If you want to sell your old hardware or grab some PC parts at awesome prices, we recommend checking out today's video sponsor, Jawa.gg. Jawa is a marketplace built specifically for buying and selling PC hardware. Their site is full of crazy deals on everything PC gaming related, and their gaming PC section is perfect for finding your pre-built. All systems get a total performance score based on the PC's core components, and then it's computed against the price to give a price to performance score. This makes it super easy to shop around and ensure that you get solid bang for buck. One system that caught my eye while shopping around is this Ryzen 7500F and 4070 Ti build with 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM for just $1,400. And if you want to offload old parts, selling on Jawa is super straightforward. You list your part, set your price, and connect directly with buyers who are already browsing PC hardware. Plus, with buyer and seller protections, listing moderation, and verified sellers, you get secure and reliable transactions. If you're interested in picking up an upgrade or in selling some hardware, check out Jawa.gg today. If you end up shopping around, use code TOASTY10 to save 10% on your first order up to $10. Thanks to Jawa for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to it.
So thank you to the Apple CEO for letting us check out this MacBook Neo. And we're pretty excited because this is probably the cheapest new MacBook we have ever seen here.
And of course, in Toasty Bros fashion, we bought it with the sole purpose of figuring out, can it play some video games? The answer is yes, because I've seen other people do it, but what kind of games can you actually play? Let's go ahead and unbox the MacBook Neo, go over some of the key specs. We got the most outrageous color they sell, in our opinion, the Citrus Edition, which you see right here. We already took this thing out, so it's not going to be the typical Apple presentation, so mind that with the unboxing experience, but I'm excited to see how this thing performs in video games, because for the price point, it looks really dang good. Let's open her up. And the biggest thing is with this laptop, and Tim Cook mentioned it at the beginning of this video, they took the iPhone chip, more specifically the A18 Pro chip, and slapped it inside this beautiful little thin design. So they took a mobile chip they designed for phones and put it in a laptop and made an affordable laptop with its 6-core CPU with 2 performance cores and 4 efficiency cores, and a 5-core GPU with hardware ray tracing support and 8 gigs of memory. That is the biggest thing that people are worried about with this laptop, is the fact that it does only come with 8 gigs of unified memory, meaning the iGPU on this will be sharing the same memory that the system itself is using, but macOS has always been pretty good at using system resources properly, so we'll see how that ends up being in the testing.
I gotta say, this thing is light, it's thin, it's all aluminum. There's like no other materials on this besides like the screen and the keyboard, and it is the ugliest color we could buy, I'd say. But I don't know, maybe this will grow on me.
So the main specs, as Jackson mentioned, thin and light design. The screen is a 13-inch display that comes in at a resolution of 2408 by 1506 with a display nit brightness of 500 at 60 hertz. It comes with a 36.5 watt-hour battery, and Jackson talked about those USB ports here, a very limited selection of USB ports.
Hey, more than some of their other models though. So on the left side of the laptop, we have 2 USB-Cs. Now, one of them is a USB-C 2 and one is a USB-C 3. And then we also get a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and
that's it.
And yep, that's it. There's literally no other ports, but hey, it's better than the single port that I know I've seen before in some of the MacBooks.
And with this being a laptop that doesn't have Ethernet on it, the Wi-Fi is important. It's Wi-Fi 6E baked in. Wi-Fi on MacBooks, normally pretty solid. And it comes with a little 1080p webcam, the tiniest little pinhole webcam I've ever seen. We will be doing a webcam test, don't you worry. Spied on. But the big thing here with this laptop is, again, we're using an iPhone chip, but it still runs the same ARM-based processes like the M series do, to where we can actually use the same compatibility layers that are on the M series processors to run things that aren't natively supported for ARM, but there's actually some games out there that are already ported to run on Apple devices with those M series chips, one being Cyberpunk. That is the one I'm most excited to see, because in theory, if it can run on this, it can run on an iPhone. Like, there's nothing stopping that from happening. So we did download Steam on this device, and we'll go ahead and show you guys what we got downloaded here. Type in my very secure password of 1234.
It's like getting into Fort Knox.
It is like getting into Fort Knox. So I'll open up Steam here and show you guys what we have set up. Again, Steam is natively running on this Mac, and if we go to downloads, we'll show you the ones we have installed. So currently, we have Balloon Tower Defense 6. I have no idea if this will natively run, but the big thing here is there's this little Apple tab. It shows you all these games that technically can run on Mac, but the thing is with Steam, this really means it can run on Mac OS, not necessarily it can run on an M-series ARM processor. So there are some that I tried to install earlier, like CS2, that when you actually download it, then says in parentheses, legacy CSGO, and then launches to just a screen where you can't do anything. So again, there's weird stuff like that you have to deal with. So I kind of had to do some research online to figure out which ones to try. I got those, but then I also got games like Balloon Tower Defense that may or may not actually work, and we'll try that live. We also have Cyberpunk, which I know works. I know Hollow Knight Silksong works. I bought that this morning just for this test. Rocket League, no idea. And I saw something about Tomb Raider being supported, so I downloaded the one version of Tomb Raider that was on Steam that showed it supported, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Sadly, I would have installed more games for this initial test, but 256 gig storage does not go very far. So we're gonna test those games on here. We're gonna see what happens. Then we'll download some other ones overnight because it will take some time to get some more games, and maybe test as many as we possibly can to show you if you could turn this device that is definitely not designed for gaming into a gaming one.
So yeah, we're gonna do a webcam test here in just a second because it does have a webcam, speakers, and of course a microphone built in. And you know, this MacBook normally is not gonna be meant for gaming. You guys probably already know that, especially at that price point. It's gonna be really good for someone who has on-the-go work, going to coffee shops and stuff like that. It's gonna work with all of your macOS stuff natively. And I definitely think that for the price and it not having any type of fans or anything, it's a pretty cool, quiet device. Now, in initial impressions, it is a pretty thin device. It is very lightweight. Now, would I say it feels cheap? Me? No, not personally, because I know that this is aluminum, so I wouldn't describe it as cheap at all, especially because it's like a single piece of aluminum. So I would say the build quality on this for the price that we're getting it for is pretty darn good, because let's just compare it to like a Windows laptop for the same price. It's gonna be pretty plasticky.
Now, before we do the webcam test again, we're just really teasing you on that webcam test. Forgot to mention the stuff that does come in the box. You get a charger, which I'm assuming this is probably just a standard, let's see the wattage on it, 20 watt power brick. I thought it'd be more than that. Only 20 watts right here with, with a USB-C to C cable, which is nice because that's what you need to charge. So now the anticipated webcam test. Can we break this webcam with the dog sniff test?
All right, so we did download OBS because we realized how else are we going to do this because there's no app. Jonah?
He's picking him up, our little dog.
Can you hear me?
On the OBS preview, it looks good, so we got that going for us.
It's iPhone front camera.
Yeah, I think it's just an iPhone front camera. They took an iPhone and just moved parts around.
Crazy because my camera, my front-facing camera looks bigger than the.
It does. It is so tiny. Hello. All right, it's time for the scream test. 3, 2, 1. Ah! Oh, that red line.
Whoa.
All right, let's game.
All right, we're loading into Cyberpunk. We'll look at the settings here in a minute. This is the one game that everyone brags is natively supported. It's making you hit continue, I guess, so. Oh! We're in though, baby. I don't know what settings we're running. You can check the settings.
Oh, we have a new gun.
Oh yeah, I'm actually playing this game,
big
so
escape key.
we have that.
Okay, we're on custom on Metal FX.
Metal FX is basically the scaling for full screen.
1920 by 1200, which isn't really the res, but I guess, so this is a 16 by 10 display.
Correct.
It's just a weird resolution, and then let's go back to graphics, see if there's anything on that's crazy. Low, 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 low. We got some mediums. All right, let's see. I'm gonna lower some settings here because this clearly is not gonna be playable at the current settings.
Oh, wait a minute. 20 FPS, 24. It's a little better. But yeah, this game actually is natively supported on macOS, and any of the M-series chips will run this game because CD Projekt Red actually made the effort to make it optimized, or Apple paid them a lot of money to make it optimized. But it's running. Technically, this is like running it on an iPhone, and it even has some RT support in it. I don't think we have any ray tracing turned on right now, but...
No, we do not. I'm scared to add it. I do know, I heard that if you get the nicer model, because there's like basically 2 steps, the nicer one actually is a decent amount better chip, right?
Yeah,
so more like an M1?
Yeah, slightly better chip. You'll have more storage, so double the storage. Spend about $100 more, it may be the better value if you're going to do so with it. I think gaming-wise, they're very similar though, but...
It's got some impressive speakers, and like Matt said, it is playing, it's not crashing. So I mean, that's pretty cool. I feel like if this was a really bad Windows laptop, it just probably would have crashed by now. So, hey. Shout out Mac. I think I'm in a corner.
He's gonna be in a corner
myself.
I feel like once you die, you gotta try like a lower resolution. Let's just see what the best we can get out of this is.
Yep.
The Wii-Woos are
I'll
gonna...
just let them kill me. Kill me!
Take him out!
Oh my god. I just see the 5-star challenge.
5-star challenge. And also, the darkness isn't just because we want to continue that intro. It literally, the screen is so glared that any of our lights, like, you're not going to be able to see anything well, so that's why we turn the lights off.
It is a glossy display. Okay, let's try to get this under graph. It's a 1204 by 753. Let's try
With
that.
the upscaling on,
This might be insane.
it's going up, but it's not, like, dramatic. We're in, like, the...
If it would just hold 30, it wouldn't be too bad.
Ooh,
The
ooh.
problem is we're just getting, like, some loading spikes still.
I wonder if it is thermal, too. I know you're saying it feels very warm.
Yeah, it's not, like, hot, but the keyboard's where I feel a lot of the heat coming out. That is coming out. So I will say, not that most people are buying this for gaming, but you definitely get some warmth on your hands while you're gaming.
Fire!
Oh my
Oh, no,
goodness.
you're getting taken out.
You definitely, I can tell you leveled because you survived so much longer than before while getting shot at.
Yes, I have actually played this game a bit, so I actually have guns
You
and
ever
level.
do this shit though?
No,
Yeah.
my guy's getting cooked.
He's getting Tim cooked. Tim cooked. and
Carrot
he's dead.
apple.
Carrot apple. Oh, we're not dead. We just got rando. Oh, now we're dead. All right. Well, Cyberpunk, it runs. I wouldn't normally buy something like this to play Cyberpunk. So, of course, we have some lower-end games to test, too.
All right, guys, we're in Hollow Knight's Silksong, which should run pretty well. We are on the very weird native resolution, 2816 by 762, which I think is actually even slightly different than the resolution that I read off to you. Oh, wait, where'd it go? There it is, okay. We're on borderless, we don't have the frame rate capped, and we are getting below 60 in the menu because we're kind of running normal low-high settings. I should be able to adjust that once I get in game, but let's see if I can start a game. Hopefully the cutscenes are not too bad, but we're gonna jump in and see. This is an example of a game that should run fine, but I also don't know that for sure. We have tested the original Hollow Knight on mini, really budget PCs, and normally it still gets hundreds of FPS, so that's kind of the reason why I installed this one, because it does natively support M-series chips, and I would assume we'll still get a playable experience even on a phone processor.
Cutscene looks okay so far.
And we're below 60 for sure. Can we get it to 60 will be the goal. Oh, here we are. Wakey wakey. Do I have to use arrow keys or can I use WASD? Let's see. Arrow keys, nice. So I gotta do, this game is really not designed for this, holy crap. Because how would it even hit? X and Z to, oh, it's giving me the tutorial, okay. Yeah, okay, we're below 60 right now. I personally wouldn't run like this. It looks sharp.
It does look really sharp.
It does look really
Is
sharp.
this OLED?
Is this an OLED? Tim, no, this is not an OLED. The Mos Grotto. There we go. Yeah, the frame drops are not great. It's running though, which is pretty cool. Again, that's not super graphically demanding, but does look good. Let's see if we can mess with some settings a little bit to try to improve that. So let's go to game. We'll leave the resolution the same because I want to kind of keep that where it's at. Can I change here? Oh, video. Okay, so video. I want to leave the resolution, but let's go into the advanced settings. We got some stuff on high. No, we can't do that. We'll do low across the board. See how that works. Yeah, everything's on low, and VSync is off now.
We weren't getting 60 before, we ain't getting it
We
now.
ain't getting it now. I think we're resolution limited for sure here. So
It's almost just like the issue we have with a lot of laptops. When you're not gaming, it looks awesome. But when you go to game, I mean, we are asking a lot.
we are asking a lot for this resolution. We're basically like a crazy 1440p resolution. So let's go ahead and lower that. Let's we don't have to go as low as it did Cyberpunk. Let's do 1920 by 1200. So let's try that.
Basically 16 by 10, 1080p.
Back out. It didn't change at all. I'm wondering too, we're also just forgetting the fact that this is a phone chip. And while it is an ARM processor, it very well could not have any sort of optimization to be even able to run these games. This could very well just be a driver-based thing. This MacBook Neo has only been out for like 3 days. So it's one of those where this could get optimized in the future. But I mean, it's just, I could go as low as we can here. And I don't think it's really gonna make a difference.
I mean, actually Cyberpunk, we didn't really see much difference either.
I wonder if full screen matters. Oh, that did not matter. Because it seems like the FPS it just wants to stay like locked at that. Let's go video. Let's just go as low as we can. There it is. 1408 by 881. I love these resolutions.
0 hertz.
Is there one that says 0? Yeah, there's one at 0 hertz. What does that even mean? I don't know. Let me go back to that. There we go. All right, so we're here. Nothing. Nada. Tim Cook, what is this? I can't adjust this. You think you just want to lock the FPS no matter what? I will say it doesn't even look significantly worse either. Which
it doesn't look like the graphics have changed, really.
Am I not hitting apply? I feel like everything is applying, but it's not. Let me, just for the sake of it, let me back out. I'm saving. I'm going to load back in. Yeah, it's just, it loves that 40 to 50 FPS range. It just absolutely loves it. Can you play this game? Yes, but I imagine when things get a little bit crazier, a little bit more hectic, it's not going to be a fun time. Now that we've tested 2 games, Cyberpunk was one that took a lot of my space. I'm going to uninstall that. We're going to come back in the next day and try to test some more stuff to see if we can try some other games that actually take up more space that I did not have before.
We may be gaming on a Mac, but we're testing out a Windows, a Microsoft product here. This is Minecraft, and we are currently playing the Java edition, not Bedrock, the OG Java edition with the standard launcher. And we're currently running full screen, max frame rate. Got to remember the scrolls opposite. And honestly, I'd say some fairly higher settings for Minecraft.
It also is running at its native resolution too, which is almost like a 1440p resolution. And the button that gives you FPS, was that like the F2, I think? There it is. It looks crazy, but you can see we're getting 60 FPS.
Yep, getting over 60. I'm gonna run straight here so we can get some lag chunks, loading chunks in. Because that's what Minecraft does. But obviously we have a lot of settings we could lower here to probably get closer to like 100 FPS, which, let's try it. Because I know we had that other game where we thought that and it just didn't do it.
Yeah, some games it just really felt like it was kind of capping out, where it just wasn't doing anything. Now, Fast, in theory, should...
Oh, it actually it's the whole preset, okay.
Oh, there it goes.
And it has to, it's doing shaders?
It's redoing shaders, it's recompiling. All right, what's this? We are on 60 hertz display, so we won't see it initially. Oh, yeah.
We actually are getting more FPS.
100 FPS.
So it's one of those games where it actually is making a difference. I guess with it being a standalone launcher, makes sense. Yeah, it looks really good, and it's just one of those things where it's another game that you can play. Roblox, Minecraft, games like that, obviously, gonna run pretty well.
So yeah, we showed you some of the weirder games. Minecraft is an obvious one, runs good. I mean, there's a mobile app for it, so obviously it's gonna run pretty solid on this, but it can play Minecraft. Now let's try a couple more Steam games that are supported. All right, guys, we're in another game, Control. Bit of an older game, but it is a game that was very popular when it came out, won a bunch of awards and everything, but it is running on the actual Metal API, which is the ability for these M1 chips. Well, not this one, this is the mobile chip, but the M1 series runs the same way, where Apple can have their own playback for games like this. So right now we are running some Metal FX upscaling. So basically we're running 1920 by 1080, but with upscaled render resolution of 960 by 540. So we're really low with the upscaling here. Running low, medium details across the board. No ray tracing. I'll turn that on just for the fun of it to see what happens. But right now, looks like we're locking at 60. Let me verify and make sure there isn't anything going on VSync wise. So no VSync, no unlimited, frame rate's unlimited.
Unless the Metal
it could be the upscaling. Thing? Yeah, the Metal upscaling could be causing that. Let me try turning VSync on and off. Let's just see. So it's actually see a little cap to 30. Okay, so that works. The cap's to 30. Let's go back in and try to turn it off. When in doubt, turn it on and off again. So then VSync's off. It should lock to 60. Okay, that's cool. Maybe that's just something to do with the drivers on this, but make sure it's the volume.
I guess it could always be, what is this, like an older engine where maybe it's locked to 60?
I don't think the game's locked to 60. I remember playing this at home and I was getting like pretty high FPS. So it might just be for some reason the lock to 60 on this game. Not really sure why. We are getting dips below 60 pretty often though, so I would imagine we're probably not significantly higher than 60 FPS, but it's a game running on an iPhone chip. It's pretty cool. It's not a horrible looking game either. Kind of a trippy game where you end up in this building and everything is going to shit. And I gotta see if there's actually anyone I can fight or if there's a way I can bring people to fight, because I have not played this in a while. I started playing this when we were snowed in and then I stopped playing it. So if that tells you anything about my interest level with it. Let's go to the maintenance sector. Let's see if we can find anything to fight. Yeah, FPS is definitely in these more demanding areas dipping down to 49, 50 FPS. Can I go through here? I would say it's somewhat playable. I mean, it's one of those where I'm not probably gonna find anybody because I think I'm in a spot where I need to go to an objective and I'm not going through a whole cutscene over that. You can actually launch the game. I think that's the real thing here, is I thought a lot of these games just wouldn't launch. And with optimization, it seems like you can get them to be somewhat playable. Is the MacBook Neo made for gaming? Absolutely not. But it is cool that it can do it. And running around here, playing a game, not amazing frame rates, but on a laptop that's designed for work, getting close to 60 with some dips below. It's not too bad in a game like this. We're trying one more game though. We have Bioshock 2 Remastered, which randomly is supported on these M series chips. We're gonna try that out.
All right, we are playing Bioshock 2, and this is remastered. And currently we are running just what the game gave us. So we turned off VSync, but we are on full screen at 1152 by 720, which is a 16 by 10 resolution basically. And you can see like some of the basic settings here. They don't really give us a whole lot, which maybe there's more out, because it does have a launcher. It's gonna be more outside the launcher, but honestly, I feel like it looks pretty good. So I don't really know if there's a reason to change many settings.
Older game, but it's cool and yet random that this is just able to run on Mac. You know, pretty cool that you can actually play this game. And the Bioshock series, it's fun to play. I haven't played this one fully though. I remember I played Infinite. I've tried some of the other ones.
Yeah, see, I didn't love Infinite when I tried it. I always liked this really dark, eerie, like underwater, very scary.
100 FPS, wow. Gaming device, replace your gaming laptops with the MacBook Neo. Tim Cook says so.
I just feel so elderly being on this controller. Just like the movement, the turning. All right, guys, so the new MacBook Neo is looking pretty good on paper for all of your daily activities. And hey, even for some gaming on the side, if you have particular games that you want to play, you're willing to do some indie games, some older games, and then of course the games like Minecraft and Roblox and Unturned and stuff like that, it's a pretty cool device.
Now, obviously, I wouldn't get this just for gaming, but the fact that the games out of the box do work, I was surprised if there's not more games that will be natively supported on these MacBooks going forward, especially with how much they're innovating in their own custom CPU space and now putting an iPhone CPU inside of a laptop like this. Really cool to see. And yeah, it's a cool piece of tech, and I'm really excited to see that there is a budget offering from Apple that you can go with if you're someone who's wanting to consider it. And if you want to learn more about the MacBook Neo, I feel like a lot of you have probably seen a lot of content already. You can check the link down below. They don't have an affiliate program, so just go to Apple and buy a MacBook today if you want one. And let us know in the comments down below if you're a PC gamer thinking about a MacBook Neo, or is it sinful that we're making this video? Let us know.
But as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/toastybros. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
So this MacBook Neo will be for sale at PCBros.tech. Yes, we sell pretty much everything you see here on the YouTube channel there.
And if you don't want a MacBook, maybe you're a PC gamer, you want a desktop or maybe a gaming laptop, we also have you covered as well. Go to PCBros.tech today, use code ToastyBros on checkout, you will save 3% of your next purchase. See you guys later, goodbye.